Hi there, savewith.crypto. Okay, so if I was to show you something like this, you'd think, oh, that's really good. Like, $1,196 in profit, 7.96. But it's actually one of the most horrible trades of my life, actually. It all started off on January the 3rd when I was looking for a dip. And then when I thought the price was at a really low price, I went and had a look into my account and realised that I was already in a trade, and I basically set a buy order and then forgot about it. So by the time I looked at it, I was massively down already. So to try and get out of this, what I did was I had another BTC USD trade, and I closed that at a loss. I sold a big chunk of my BGB. I sold my DOT. I sold all them and basically put them into USDT so that I could add to the margin here to lower down the liquidation price. And I also changed it from 20x, which was a stupid leverage, to 10x as well. So I had to add extra margin for that. This meant the liquidation price was down to 36,837. But as you know, we went pretty near there. And this trade's been open for 3 weeks now. And it's been really difficult to sleep at night because this has just been absolutely horrible. The position size is huge, it's like $145,000. It's like ridiculous, like 3.5 Bitcoin. So I'm really pleased at the moment because the price has finally come back to my entry point. I'm able to put a stop loss in profit just there. I think that will make about $300 or $400 if it comes down there. And I did take $75 this morning when I actually crossed over that level there. This is a completely terrible way to trade, and I do not suggest that anybody does this because I think I'm going to be lucky with this one. I think I'm going to get out alive, and I might even make a little profit. But honestly, for the amount of sleepless nights it's caused, it's not worth it. And I've got to use stop losses properly, like you're supposed to, and accept small losses when I'm wrong. So none of this is financial advice, and you certainly don't want to be taking advice from me because I've made some terrible decisions. Now, this is the account that I started off with $2,300 in September last year, and at one point it was worth $61,000. Amazing. And then I completely messed it up on January the 3rd because of this order that I'd forgotten about. I think this was up to like 1.5 Bitcoins for the total value of the account at one point, and now it's at 0.7, which is not too bad. So that's like $29,000. So I'm about halfway to how good I got before. Anyway, I've managed to not lose everything, which is good. I did have to take a big hit on the BTC USD trade though, because I needed the extra margin to save the big one that I'd accidentally got into. So I think the moral of this story is just, keep an eye on any orders you've got. Like, come over here and just check the orders you've got there aren't things that you've forgotten all about. And it's also worth bearing in mind if you're doing this trade here, which is like BTC USDT. Okay, so that's the USDT perpetual thing. I have also been doing trading. In fact, I've got a trade on now over in the Coin M account. So if you go to here, go to futures Coin M, you can see this trade here, which is actually one I entered this morning, which is quite good actually. That's 67% in profit, $435. Not bad. But the point is, I can't see this at the same time as I can see the USDT one. So do bear that in mind if you're using Bitget. So this one here, this is not a particularly big trade. It's like about $400 worth of Bitcoin in there. With this one, I'm just going to literally just keep pushing the stop loss up a little bit every now and again, unless we get up to like 42,000, because there is a possibility of rejecting there. At the same time, if it goes through 42,000, we could easily see 44 and 45, I reckon. But going back to my more dodgy trade, which is this one here, this one I really need to be careful because with a large trade like this, there's always a possibility that if it wicks down there really, really quickly, it won't actually fill that order, or it will fill it at a lower price, so I could make a loss there. So I think what I'll do, I'll just keep pushing this up a little bit as well, just under those lows there, just in case. And you can see here now, if I check this over here, that will make a $656 profit if it hits the stop loss. And the other problem I got with this is the sort of greed that I have, where I think, should I go just a little bit higher with that? But what I'll do is, if I push the take profit up, I will also push the stop loss up as well. So either way, I'll make money. Yeah, so for me, this is like the light at the end of the tunnel. It's been quite a long, horrible, dark tunnel. And although I've kind of mentioned it in the videos, I haven't actually told you the full extent of like how horrible it was adding margin to a losing trade. And I've really, really got to learn this fact that if I'm in a losing trade, when it gets to like a 5 or 10% loss, just let it go. Take the loss and then look for a better entry, because not having a good entry is horrific. And this here is not a good entry, because if you look here, 40,934. If you look at this in trading view and we zoom out to say like the 1 hour time frame, so my entry is somewhere like here. Now, nobody in their right mind would ever enter a trade in the middle of a green candle like that. I mean, looking at this on the 4 hour time frame, it just looks like an insane green candle. Anyway, I just heard a clang as the trade closed on Bitget, and yeah, look, it made $336. That's okay. I'm so relieved to be out of this trade. It's just been an absolute nightmare, and yeah, and I appreciate that. I could have taken a larger profit at the start of the video, but I wanted to see where it's going. Either way, I'm happy, and now I've got capital to go into a new trade with. And I've still got this trade here, and I've been fiddling with the stop loss on this, and think what I'll do here is see if this goes back up again, because I think this one will. I can quite merrily leave this one with the stop loss there, because this one's already 46% in profit. But yeah, it's coming down nice, isn't it? I'm so happy not to be in that big trade. This is great. I think what I need to do is decide whether I'm going to trade BTC USD using Bitcoin as the main collateral, or do the BTC USDT and having USDT as the collateral. I think I prefer the Bitcoin, to be honest, because then if you kind of miss a trade, you're still holding Bitcoin. So I kind of feel better about that rather than holding USDT. And, if Bitcoin goes down to 30k or 22k, then I'm actually not going to worry about it, because I can trade it on the way back up. I feel that I'm holding a better asset, Bitcoin, than USDT. But it depends how you feel about it. Yeah, actually thinking about it, I think I don't want to trade USDT. I think I want to trade Bitcoin on this one here, BTC USD, on the Coin M futures. So I think what I'm going to do is go over to the assets, and I'm going to look in futures. And this USDT, there's 20,000 USDT there. I'm going to transfer that into the spot account. So USDT M into the spot account. And then I'm going to do a spot trade into Bitcoin. So I go trade there. And it would have been nice to have got it there. Do I think it's going to go up, so I'm just going to convert the whole lot. But I'm going to try and get it slightly cheaper. So I'm going to buy 0.49 Bitcoin now. It's not going to come down, is it? It's not going to do it, is it? And yeah, I don't know. It's looking so bullish. I think for the sake of a few dollars, I'm just going to cancel that. I'm just going to do a market buy. There you go. I bought 0.4943 Bitcoin. Okay. So I'm going to move that back into the futures account so that I can do a bit of trading with it. So that'll be into the Coin M. So that one there. All of it. Okay. Confirm. Right. Okay. So now in the futures account, I've got in the Coin M, I have a total of 0.51 Bitcoin. Let's see if I can turn that into 1 Bitcoin. If you want to follow my adventures doing that, do make sure you're subscribed. While you're down there, also make sure you've got the notifications set on all. Leave a nice comment. Any questions, just ask me about them. I'm trading on Bitget. If you want to do that, you can get up to a $30,000 bonus for first-time users. The only way to get that, though, is to go to savewithcrypto.org/bitget. Okay, if you just go straight to bitget.com, you only get, I think it's like $5,000. So you may as well get $30,000 because that's 6 times more. But yeah, as I say, any questions, leave them in the comments. Do remember to like the video, of course. That's really important and makes me feel good. And above all, tell your friends.